Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when we sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudy. Can't even say my own name anymore. Sure, I'll be Rudy tonight. It's fine. Jesse and Blais coming at you live as the Avs beat the New York Islanders 5-4.
Toy company alone covers.
I'm saying,
saw that
yes. There are way more wheels than doors in the world, Chad. It's not even close.
Yeah, head to any of our Twitters for the most important poll of the year. I mean, it's not that important for me because I know what the answer is.
It's
but
wheels.
I just need to be able to definitively dunk on someone. You know who else can't cover?
The Avs.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be honest. I know you two are probably more upset about it than I am. But the Avs completely and utterly dominated this team.
Yeah, no. Look, Blais and I both had the Avs covering the spread at -1.5. So when they were up 5-1, he and I both had mirroring cash out options for 50 cents shy of the total payout. And we were like, why would we do that? It's 5-1 with 10 minutes left.
I want all my monies.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. I don't want you keeping 50 cents. And look, like this is one of those things. That third period is something that you can be annoyed at. It's annoying that the Islanders kind of came back in that game. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'm not worried that they're going to now give up 5-1 leads all the time. This was a really weird game. I tweeted after the second period that this game hasn't been fun to watch.
Because it hadn't
been, and now a bunch of people are like, well, look at this. It ended up 5-4, and it's like, yeah, this game was weird as shit to watch. It was super lame for 40 minutes, and it only makes sense that some weird-ass shit happens like that in the third.
The 60-second summary of this game is the first two periods, the Avs shit all over the Islanders and had nothing to show for it. And in the third period, the Avs shit all over the Islanders until it was 5-1, and then a bunch of nonsense happened, and it ended up 5-4.
Yeah. And that was one of those ones, too, where as soon as they made it 5-2, I was like, ooh, I wish I would have cashed that out. Because now you're just in this weird territory. But I was like, you'll have an empty net. Fine. You're fine.
Yeah, it's...
Hindsight.
I'm trying to talk myself into feeling better.
Have you ever seen that South Park with Captain Hindsight? Oh, go watch it.
And then, seriously, that's all my mentions are filled with right now, AJ. Oh, you thought it was boring? Yes, and I stand by that.
The boring parts of the game were boring.
Yeah.
You'll find shocking facts like this, and there being more wheels in the world live on this podcast.
By such a wide margin, I actually can't even believe that he brought it to us. I've now spent this much time defending it because it's so obvious.
Jesse, I have a question for you.
Oh, no.
So do you still think that Frankie is a starting goaltender in the NHL?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
Marc-Andre Fleury gave up 3 goals in 30 seconds the other night.
That's very true. I did bring up that as well. So.
Yeah,
Whoops.
Sure, he's got 3 Stanley Cup rings, and Frankie has only ever been a backup.
Those 30 seconds decide his whole career.
Yeah, exactly,
Let's be
exactly. In the same way that this night decides Frankie's career, in the same way that OT loss to the Flames defined the entire Avs season, according to Twitter. Same, but different.
I mean, should we start there? Much better night from Sam Girard.
Yeah.
Again, and this is why I kind of had to get that out of the way in the pregame show.
I know.
Because, like, this is the type of stuff. He still wasn't perfect tonight. He made a couple mistakes, but Sam Girard at his best is a legitimate high-end top 4 defenseman in the NHL.
Yep.
Prototypical of what teams are looking for now. All the people that want to run him out of town after tonight, especially going based off tonight's game, you'd have GMs lining up down the block to add Sam Girard to their decor.
If we're basing it on an immediate what just happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And even still, with him playing poorly a couple nights ago, you'd probably still have most GMs in the league like, yeah, with that skill set, we'll roll the dice.
Yeah.
Nice bounce back game for him. That's something that he's struggled with a bit. Is again, go back to that Vegas series. Got off to a rough start and never quite got back to what he can do. So nice to see him bounce back.
Yeah, a good game from him. Honestly, as good as he played, he's at best third banana on the Avs defense tonight. Let's start with Cale's first goal. I want to stick to the first goal here. We'll talk about the second goal later. The first one was kind of vintage Cale, right? It's been a long minute since we've seen Cale walk in, pick a spot. Maybe he gets a little lucky with it floating through some bodies, but there was, 14 games, 15 games without a goal for him? Mm-hmm. He gets the back of the net, and you're like, yep, he's still Cale Makar.
Well, and he talked about it the other day in media availability. That, he was like, yeah, you go through stretches. I know everyone wanted to talk about all the goals earlier in the year, but I knew that wouldn't last. Now, obviously, I don't think Cale Makar could tell you the last time he went 14 games without a goal in his life. But like you do, you saw it with Andre Burakovsky. Sometimes the pucks just aren't going in, especially for Makar, who's played well. He's done a lot of things right. He's racked up a ton of points.
Yep.
And the pucks just weren't going in for him. Now, tonight he gets one, and then, not to jump too far ahead, but he adds another. That's just the way things go, and great night for him. Now officially tied.
Yeah, funnily enough, his assist may be more important than the goals.
Than the goal. He's now officially tied with Joe Sakic for number one all-time for longest assist streak in franchise history at 12 games.
He might be good.
He's got 43 assists on the year.
20 goals also,
yes,
by the way.
Dude. The 20 goals is come on. There's a lot of defensemen doing a lot of really cool things in the NHL right now. No one's doing that.
I'm actually going to check really quick.
In terms of next closest goal?
No, I actually know that Roman Josi has 14.
Okay, I was saying because I know Josi's right behind him in points.
I wanted to check the last time an NHL an Avalanche defenseman had 60 points.
While you're doing that, Jesse.
Yeah.
And we're on the topic of defensemen.
Yeah.
Corsi for, Corsi against. Erik Johnson.
I thought this is where you were going earlier.
Corsi for 15. Corsi against 5.
Hey, good for him.
Had a good game.
Yeah, I mean, he was all right.
Let's talk about it in real context. Though. Look at the team he's playing against as well.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't know how many negative Corsi guys that you could find tonight. Were there some?
Believe it or not, GIRARD was.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Murray was.
And this is all situations?
Yeah, all situations.
So
that's about it, really.
I mean,
O'Connor is. Johnson, the other Johnson is.
So, look. I thought you were doing an EJ thing earlier. You and I have talked a lot about him the last couple weeks. Really bad giveaway in the slot for the Islanders' first goal. Jack Johnson makes a mistake, turns the puck over, and then Erik Johnson, I know the puck got tipped, but I don't know what he was trying to do on it. That would have been better. But honestly, he got involved offensively after that. And it is nights like tonight where, with the way that Erik Johnson was activating, jumping up into the offense, getting pucks down deep, driving play out of his own zone, these are the nights where you live with his mistakes and you live with him giving that one up in the first. I think I remember him blocking a couple shots. These are the types of nights that you hope to get out of him, to your point, against a bad Islanders team. The Avs kind of ran all over. You're on the third pairing. You're getting the easiest matchups on the team. You should have nights like this where, you end up very positive from an analytics standpoint, and he did good things.
Yep.
All right.
Bad taste in your mouth with that first goal.
Maybe our Kadri's shirt is just the whole second line, and it's called the Meat Gang.
Jesus.
I'm here for this. Apparently, AJ has something to say. What?
Hi, fam.
Hi.
Hey.
For the record, EJ wasn't on the ice for a single shot on goal against all night at even strength.
Oh, I
At
was
even
like, that's a lie. I watched him turn that puck over right up the middle for a goal.
at even strength. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Second of all, Pavel Francouz needs to make a fucking save.
I agree with
Yeah,
that take.
agreed.
I agree with that take.
I know a lot of people are like slobbing the knob on Frankie, and he's been great this year, but
Was not in that third period. Yeah.
a homeboy has as big a role of that comeback as anything else. Also, the that officiating was the most random.
Oh my God!
Like-
What? It was happening.
Like roulette of like random like spin the wheel of what is a penalty and what is not. I couldn't like the
Genuinely-
Landeskog like standing there.
Which goal?
Interference is just
Oh, dude.
when they're on the power
so I
play,
said
yeah.
it when they called that. I don't know what the NHL's new obsession is with that penalty, but apparently if you have the power play, you do not own the right to any ice around you.
yeah, you're not allowed to stand still.
Yeah, you have to actively avoid everyone else on the team. Hockey becomes a non-contact sport once one team's on a power
the
play,
saddest
apparently.
thing, that's not the worst call of the game. They called embellishment on Tyson Jost when he got boarded. Like, what?
I will say the ensuing cross-check on Andy Green was like maybe the softest shit that you'll see.
I
all
agree.
season.
I agree. But
Like you could definitely talk yourself into it being a penalty, but
So that was what I said, because when I saw the replay, I was like, okay, I see where he called that. But when they first put his arm up, I yelled makeup call.
yep.
Makeup call for calling Tyson Jost for embellishment. But yeah, I don't know. It was that interference call drives me insane. Seriously, if I'm killing a penalty, I'm just backing into someone
Yep.
because they're going to give you the call. They've shown it. I think that was like the fourth time it's been called against the Avs this year. I've seen it called on other teams. If you are killing a penalty, float into the neutral zone and glide backward into
And you'll get a call.
an opponent, and you're going to get a call every time.
For the record, there's only been one other defenseman in Avs history to score over 60 points in a season. It was Sandis Ozolinsh. He had 23 goals. Cale's going to break some records this year. That's all I'm saying to you right now. Okay. Avs give back their goal in the first period on the penalty kill. We kind of already talked about the EJ turnover, but do we feel like this is just a thing that happens, or do we feel like the Avs penalty kill has regressed a little bit again?
Well,
don't. I don't feel like the penalty kill was overly problematic tonight because you look at the end of the game when they absolutely like get a stop here, right? Did they even give up a shot on goal on that last PK?
I don't think so.
If it was, it would have just been the one shot on goal. I mean, it was really good, and it wasn't like it was so bad earlier. I just think that it just kind of worked out that way. On some nights where your power play isn't very good, and you score with 3 seconds left on some schoolyard bullshit, and it makes it look like your power play was great that night. I don't think the PK was all that bad tonight. I don't think the PK is bad. It's been on a 2-month upward trend, and I feel perfectly fine about it personally.
yeah. See, I was gonna say that they're on the penalty kill because your special teams go in waves,
Sure.
kind of. Even the best power play teams will go through stretches where they struggle. That to me is what the PK looked like. The power play is starting to get frustrating to watch.
I don't disagree with you, but also they essentially scored 2 power play goals tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But I agree.
Well, and the one at the start of the third period that ended up being an even strength goal because they scored right after. I mean, that was like that goal got scored, and I looked at Z and I was like, Varley did not deserve to get through that power play unscathed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like up to that point, it was 1-1, and it should have been 3 or 4-1. Like Varley had gotten
I
every
think
single break
easily,
imaginable.
Yeah. This game should not have been 1-1 after 2 periods by any stretch of the imagination. The Avs had completely fucking dominated this team, and the scoreboard just didn't reflect it.
Yeah.
But that's the way hockey
Yeah,
goes.
they didn't. The Avs deserved a lot better, and then once the floodgate opened, it was like, yeah, okay, this is a lot more fitting.
AJ,
they just kept creating high danger chances. Like, it wasn't like their goals were bad. They were just like, all right, we've scored a couple of goals now. Here's another stick play. Here's another stick play. Here's another stick play. And he gets 5-1. And then after that, Frankie was like, all right, I'm out of here.
I agree. We'll get to Frankie in a minute. AJ, super serious question for you. Are there more wheels or doors in the world?
What?
You heard the question?
I've got to think wheels by a large
Yeah.
margin.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, by a large margin.
By a
right?
lot.
By quite a bit. By quite a bit.
It's not
Like,
even
you're
close.
thinking, I mean, even if you dude, it's got to be.
By so much. It's wheels by so much.
Yeah, it's got to. I mean, I guess unless we're talking metaphorical doors, because there's a lot of cock blockers out there.
No, we were
talking about
shooting
real
down
doors.
all these, fucking
Like,
made up
no,
doors.
we're even giving you like cabinet
Okay.
doors, trap door. You can have all of those, and wheels still dominate.
Yeah, I feel like wheels absolutely just crush.
One season of F1 is like so many doors worth of wheels.
Oh, dude, just a week of F1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Conveyor belt wheels.
There's so many cheese wheels. All right, there's so many wheels, chat. If you've ever wanted to eat an entire cheese wheel, you've probably gone to Lightshade or some other dispensary.
Didn't know where you were
enough.
going with that one.
I was also very curious to know about the cheese wheel segue.
Look, sometimes you get high and you just want to eat cheese, okay? Get on over to Lightshade. They now have 11 different dispensaries in the Denver and Aurora areas. Be sure to check them out. They can get 25% off with code DNVR when you use their online checkout for pickup. Super fast, super easy. They have products like, what's the product called? I forgot. I'm sorry, product. No, it's Escape Artists today. They're the THC, CBD, topical ointments, whatever you need for that. Helps with joint pain, especially stuff like that. I know a lot of people swear by this stuff. If you need the heavy duty, they go up to 20-1. They also have your regular 1-1. It's super dope stuff if you haven't checked them out. They're part of the 25% off deal with code DNVR. Just go down to Lightshade, go browse what you can get. The stuff out there is pretty ridiculous these days. Like, compared to what I had to do as a kid, all right, I never had someone be like, I can tell you the exact THC content. There's exactly 736 cannabinoids in here. Like, it's ridiculous how specific they can get for you. So go check out Lightshade. And while you're at it, check out Green Mountain Dental Group over in Lakewood. I can't imagine getting dental work done while you're high is great. So don't do that, maybe. But
I mean, they give you laughing gas. It's like built right in.
true.
Same.
That's true. So, I don't know. Check with Green Mountain Dental Group before you smoke a bunch of weed before your dental appointment.
I'm guessing they're saying don't.
Probably don't. But you can go down to them. They're super great at what they do. They take care of everyone. Everyone who we've had switched has said they do a great job. And you can get a free Sonic Air toothbrush when you schedule a cleaning, x-ray, and exam with them. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check out our Trade Deadline Targets series of videos here on YouTube. We have 6 of them up so far, 4 forwards, 2 defensemen. All y'all do in chat is sit there and talk about who the Avs should trade for. If you want breakdowns of it, that's what the Trade Deadline Targets videos do. So go check it out. Go yell in the comments of those videos about how wrong we are or how right we are, whatever you're feeling. Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The second period happened. There were no goals in it. We're kind of just going to move along with our lives. You get
I thought it was a really good period of hockey. I mean, it was boring and it was kind of sloppy, but I really liked it because I thought it was a great example of everybody's favorite style on style battle. And there's almost no more of an extreme contrast than Colorado and New York. And I just think it's crazy that the Avs did not get rewarded at all for that.
They completely dunked on them the whole period. They really did.
I hated the second period. I thought that was boring as hell. It's terrible.
I thought it was a really good hockey period where you got to really see each team kind of sink its teeth in and do what it wants to do at various times. And I like stuff like that. I think that's like the third period, obviously, where there's a
so little happened.
I think it's enjoyable, obviously, when lots of scoring is happening. But I really liked the second period. I thought it was just a good like hockey nerd period.
I think I spent most of the second period going, the Avs are shitting on this team, but it's 1-1.
Yeah. It was really just like, okay, is this going to be Varley, the 54 save shutout in Chicago Varley, or are they finally going to break through and it's going to snowball on them? And I'm glad it went the way that it did.
They broke through.
Although they did score the fifth goal to make it 5-1, and I kind of felt bad because I like Varley, so I was just like, stop.
Well,
as it turns out, they needed one fucking more.
They had a good reason to score 5. So
yeah, well, and then Frankie was just like, I'm out of here.
All right, so they did break through. MacKinnon ends up getting the Avs' second goal of the game just after the power play expires. AJ, you kind of already covered that. It was a great sequence for the Avs that eventually that puck went in the net. So, good job there. The third goal.
A great job with all of them really just sticking with it and just battling because we talk about how they get obsessed with getting a little too cute. And in a game like this, it started to feel like something cute isn't going to work in this one. It's going to take something greasy, something ugly. And I really liked they just kept working, and the hard work got them the goal. And then
fucking empty net. Like, what is this? I'm getting re-pissed again thinking about it. Sorry.
Jesse's salty.
Word.
Third goal. Blais, does Alex Newhook have eyes in the back of his head?
He must. Especially when he was forechecking the crap out of that puck. I mean, he definitely made that play happen from behind the net there. And on a whim, threw that puck out there and just hoped that there was somebody there. YOLO'd it to the front of the net.
Nah,
with Comfer out there.
I think he knew.
He took a quick look.
Did he? He turned around?
Yeah,
okay.
Small little over his shoulder, but
still, that's hard. And it was from his backhand as well, up to the front of the net. Yeah.
I know everyone watching this game marked this down in their books. Little check mark on the depth goal scored.
Yeah.
Is this are we a big celebrating this, or is this is what you need to do more often type of thing?
What do you mean do more often? Like
score depth goals.
Yeah, no, I mean, we talk so much about this team liking to be in a rhythm. I'm a huge believer in momentum being a real thing, and it's a nice little boost of confidence. You had 3 of your bottom 6 guys get in on that goal.
Is there anybody out there who doesn't believe momentum is a real thing?
You.
I'm pretty sure AJ believes in momentum.
I don't know all of his no clutch things.
He's got a lot of bad
There's
takes,
no such thing as a timely save. I just assumed that. I don't know. I assume momentum fell into that for you. Either way, it's one of those things where you had 3 guys get touches on that puck. It does just kind of take that pressure off where it's now that line the clock gets to reset for that line a bit. You got a goal against the Islanders. Everyone got in on it. You now have a leeway of 10 more games before you have to do something. You know what I mean? So yeah, more of this, but you hope that it does give them that little bit of a boost.
Yeah, I mean, they need it.
Can I also say that this is like the typical Varley game?
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm sorry, but it's something that if you've been an Avs fan for a while and watched Varley play, there was a lot of games where the team in front of Varley wasn't playing so well. He was keeping you in a
lot
game.
Of games where Varley didn't get enough help. You're totally right.
But then it falls apart in the third period. It happened again tonight. It felt very similar to past Avs game where Varley was in net.
I mean, I feel like even his playoff series kind of went the same way.
The
Played
Minnesota
great.
one.
Yeah. And then it was just like, could only hold on for so long. I felt bad for him. You could tell he wanted it. And I made the comment, I think one or both of you guys, the Isles did a really nice job on some of those odd man rushes in the first half of the game, of not giving the Avs many options other than for the puck carrier to shoot. But I said they're going to have to start trying to force a puck across, shooting for a rebound, because Varley is square. He's swallowing those pucks up. Doesn't look jittery. He was really, really dialed in for a large portion of this game. And again, even the one that, to AJ's point, he got a lot of breaks on that penalty kill. Like, even the one that does eventually go in, that was another Varley's greatest hits. You survive for 10 seconds on just chaos, and then the puck hits off your defender's skate and rolls over your shoulder. And then it looked like that one just kind of took the wheels off.
Hey.
It's
I don't.
Pee-wee's Funhouse over here.
He did stop being a door, and it was a wide open.
He had his doors blown off, and wheels fell off.
Hey.
Yeah, this is a wheels only reference podcast. Anyone watching?
Down with doors.
Yeah. We're trying to get. Are you working on my shirt over there?
Yeah, it's almost done.
Keeping this thing rolling. The Avs' fourth goal was Nathan MacKinnon does freaky things that normal human beings can't do, and Cale Makar can see the future, so he cheats in anyway. And I had to excuse myself to go take care of some things after this goal. Sometimes when you get too cute and it works, it's better than sex. That's how I would describe that goal.
Dude, that one's not even getting cute. That's just like an insanely high hockey IQ play. That's
everything about it.
That vision is wild. And again, as nice as the pass was, everybody in the building thought MacKinnon was going to spin and shoot that, including Varley, who was 11 feet off the blue paint. But just, and this is one of the things about Makar that makes him so dynamic in the offensive zone. Like, what is a defenseman doing sneaking in that lane right there? And it's just his situational awareness, situational awareness to jump into those lanes is unbelievable.
Agreed. That one itself got Cale Makar to 20 goals on the year, and he's the king of the game, chat. There's zero doubt in anyone's mind. Makar getting back in the goal-scoring column also adds the assist for a 3-point night.
What?
It feels like it's been a long time coming for Cale to finally break through on the goal-scoring, but
8 shots on goal tonight.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's almost...
I mean, we talked about it in the last... We talked about it after the Flames game, that the work of the power play was a lot at the mercy of Makar driving it.
Yep.
And Makar wouldn't shoot the puck. And then what happens tonight, where he's a lot more aggressive shooting the puck, and your power play essentially scores 2 goals.
Yep.
9 shots for Nate, 8 shots for Cale.
Just don't think that it's a coincidence that
crazy.
That's how the Avs score a lot of goals.
that when those units are working well, and especially when that top power play unit is humming, that Makar is right at the tip top of that.
Okay. I don't have any disagreement there, and every day I wake up and I'm reminded that Cale Makar is going to win the Norris this year.
Yep.
Maybe
Voters have already
35.
decided on it. Like they're
It's
the
his.
only people not voting for Makar at this point are the ones who are looking for a reason not to. And they want to be the cool guy who's like, I'm gonna Victor Hetman.
Right. Well, he's the better all around, and
Well, and it's like you get those, and then you get it's like the 4 people who left Nathan MacKinnon off of their
yeah.
hard ballot
Right.
2 years ago. One of them was like, shit, I forgot. And like sent out a tweet thread apologizing for it. And then the others were like, I didn't think he was a top 5 player in the league. And it was like, Jesus Christ, you get paid for this?
Great night for Makar, obviously. Maybe 35 goals back on the table with another 2-goal night. Does this start a streak of goal scoring for MacKinnon that earns me a steak? Who's to say, really?
Dude,
I'm looking at Blais's screen right now. He's got It's just a shirt. It's just a shirt that says "fuck your doors." That's all. That's all it says.
Yeah, we'll get that for the head of merch. How about that?
Not the only defenseman to score tonight. Devon Taves ends up getting what is the game-winning goal, hilariously, for 4 points out of the Avs defense tonight and 3 goals. I don't know how you beat this team when their defense is going like this. I genuinely don't know what you say as a team to defend this.
Speaking of the Avs defense, Cale Makar before this game was minus 140 for the Norris. It's now at minus 300.
Should have got your bets in while it's hot.
Shit.
That's a gigantic change for one game in an 82-game season.
Yeah. I did bets earlier with Dre, and we were like, minus 140. I guess you could still take him if you really like him, and you're fine taking the juice. Minus 300. That's crazy.
Yep. Almost not even worth it at that point. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just crediting. I know, AJ, you didn't even like Devon Taves' first period, but this defense just shows up at any moment in hockey games. And how do you scheme against this, or do you just shrug your shoulders and say survive?
I mean, I don't think that it's a secret formula or anything. I think that you have to get, if you really, really, really think you're going to beat the Avalanche, especially in a 7-game series, on any given night, whatever, right?
Sure.
But in a 7-game series, I think that you really just have to stick to a concerted game plan. It's got to be very pointed. You have to make Colorado's defenders turn their back to the ice. You have to make them chase pucks. And then you have to attack on the forecheck, and you have to try and force mistakes. Because half of Colorado's defense will give you a lot of mistakes. And then on any given day, you have no idea what kind of day Makar or Taves or Girard are having. And if you catch one of those cats on a bad day, then you're feeling pretty good. You're gonna get a mistake that you can feast on. So I just don't think that there's any secret formula. If Vegas knows how to play us, then why the fuck did they just lose 2 games to the Avs at home when the Avs were on second nights of back-to-backs? Like this is the thing. Like, oh, the Avs know how to do. Oh, this team has got Colorado's number, and then you go and you look at Colorado's success, and it's there. So it's just like, look, the Avs can play with anybody. They're probably the most talented team in the league. And they're stylistically, they've done a much better job this year than any other previous year at playing to other teams' styles when they're not on their A game. When the Avs aren't dictating, they've been way better this year at playing in different types of games. How else would they be absolutely trashing the Western Conference and in first place after nearly 60% of the season, 70% of the season has finished? Like, at this point, if you're looking at this Avalanche team and you're finding problems, it's because you want to. Like, even their problems are smaller problems than their competitors, and their talent is such that it can get them through an awful lot.
Agreed. All right. Jesse, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but I know you love this product, so you got to sell me on Athletic Greens.
Oh, I had no idea. No idea. No, dude, so look, I'm not like the pickiest eater in the world, but I like what I like. You know what I mean?
The only people that ever start a sentence like that are the world's most annoying people to go out to dinner with.
All right. I
don't
want to have to start calling people out on this show.
I'm not that picky of an eater, but if you go out to dinner with them, they're like, all right, I want that steak, but I only want to make sure that it's this exact temperature, and if you get mashed potatoes, I need to know what farm they were raised on.
Jesus
and if you're
Christ.
gonna give me some greens, I gotta know. Like that is always you're always lying. I don't trust anybody that says they're not a picky eater like that. I'm on to you.
Hey, can I have your Athletic Greens box, by the way? Because it's been sitting here this whole time. Speaking of picky eaters.
Yes.
Anyways,
I have said yes to 2 different people who have asked for it. Yes.
All right, I'm taking it. I'm taking it tonight. We have it on recording. He told me yes.
What am I going to do? Go and pick it up?
I don't know, AJ. Maybe. You got your car. It's cold up there. I guess it's cold here, too. So, as I was saying, I typically don't like this type of stuff. I'm not a big, shake person. Hannah got real into, she bought a juicer when we were in the apartment and stuff, and, not into any of that. Athletic Greens, it definitely does have a natural taste to it. I'll put it that way. But it's pretty good. It's good enough that I get down a full one every morning. I'm always big on stuff that makes you feel better throughout the day, a little bit more energy. I think all of us are kind of night owls, right?
Yep.
I'm up pretty late, have to get up for practice, morning skates, stuff like that. It's really easy, and it takes that that edge off, that hunger edge off. Just you're filled up until lunch, you're good to go, and it's all good stuff. I feel a little bougie drinking. I'm yeah, I'm healthy as fuck. Most healthy person that I know for sure.
Wow.
Me. Yeah, because I had this green drink. But no, like I said, it's definitely, it's got a natural taste to it. Takes you a couple sips to get used to it, but it's good for what it is relative to other ones that I've tried. It's good, it's easy to get down, and it really does. I also think we're huge team no coffee, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love coffee.
Coffee sucks.
Nope.
Coffee indoors can fucking take a hike.
Yep.
Yeah. And so this stuff, it's kind of become my new little morning drink. Gets me going.
There you go. So you can reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day, and that's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So go over to athleticgreens.com/avalanche to get your order in today. Get a great deal. Get healthy. athleticgreens.com/avalanche. Take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Jump on it. Athletic Greens is dope. Have nothing but recommendations for those types of products that do it well, like Athletic Greens does. And I drink Athletic Greens because it makes me feel better about balancing it out with a bunch of Breck Brew.
Yeah.
A little bit of health, a little bit of beer.
I was going to say,
You know?
and even if you don't like the kind of natural taste of the Athletic Greens, it's way easier than forcing down some nasty ass asparagus or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Get your veggies in all in one shot, and then you're done for the day.
There you go. And then you can have a Breck Brew and not feel bad about it when you're watching the Avs. So it's simple math. Go get some Breck Brew as well at your local liquor store. Use the Breck Beer Locator online. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Yeah, I have bad food takes. Get
Coffee
over it.
drinkers go out to lunch, man. I don't know what to tell you. Coffee is gross. Everyone likes it because they're told you're supposed to like it when you become an adult. It's terrible.
Let's get the super chats
So
going. Here.
gross.
Let's get the
You
super
guys are
chats
so
going.
wrong.
Ugh.
This is my man speaking serious, Trevor.
It's just everyone's like, oh, coffee's my life. It's is it really? It's disgusting.
$5 from the
Horrible.
Schick. Any
Your
truth
life
from
is filthy and nobody likes it.
any truth to the Byram Plus for JT Miller rumors? Bo has way too much upside to send him
Totally.
away.
So-
Trade's already done. It's already in the hopper.
I was gonna say for the record, I don't think there were ever any actual rumors that it was Byram. I think it was more of like, hey, this name came up. I heard that this name came up on a phone call.
Literally, somebody sent me an article that the person where this rumor originated had written that said we didn't mean to suggest that Byram's name had actually been out there. That it was simply the caliber of player that Vancouver needs to target in a return for JT Miller.
Well, and look, if you're the Vancouver Canucks talking to the Avs about JT Miller, if you don't bring up Bowen Byram, you're fired. You're done immediately. Like,
You gotta at least throw the name out there.
Right.
Yeah.
all the revamping of your GM and your front office, and you're like, oh, we aren't going to ask about Bowen Byram, and get told
Right.
no?
right, and it's just, yeah. So I don't doubt for a second that his name came up.
Yeah,
And
because you're a terrible GM if you're not doing your diligence on
Right.
that. Like,
so as of right now, I put it actually in my piece that came out today, weekly 5-on-5. Go check it out. Mentioned that his name was out there, but specifically said, do not look into this at all. You hear all kinds of names and prospects and picks
that,
floating out
and
there this
none
time
of it
of
ever
year.
ends up getting moved.
There's
Like,
so many conversations had this time of year.
For the record, JT Miller is a guy that the Avs got decently close-ish to trading for a couple of years ago when they were trying to find a home for Tyson Barrie. So it wouldn't be the first time they went down this road. But you're talking a little bit different world
Yeah.
when Bowen Byram, Tyson Barrie 1 year before free agency with Cale Makar, Bowen Byram with what? Justin Barron and Drew Hellison coming? Like, you're probably keeping Byram.
$2 here from the Slizzard. Who's the better line, Meat Gang or MacRovtinen? MacRakovtinen.
Reading that question just gave me a stroke. So thank God for the $2 to send me to the ER.
It's the three-headed monster, but I am here for calling the Avs second line Meat Gang.
Jesus.
Why call it meat gang?
This is my take. Our Kadri shirt should be a whole second line shirt, and it's the Meat Gang. Because they're big, burly, tough boys. All right?
Kadri isn't very big.
Yeah, but Nuke is. And so is Landy when he's down there. And
So
and,
is Landy when he's down there.
and Kadri adds the scoring punch. He's like the
So
Zing.
we're gonna have 2 line shirts featuring Landy.
Yes.
Oh wow.
He's that sexy.
So what you're saying is
Three-headed
he's the player they
monster
should
and
keep?
Yes.
Meat gang.
Three-headed monster and the Meat Gang. And you just put a bunch, like you put the number 91 into a ribeye. It's a great idea. Trust me on this.
Let's take the next super chat.
Let's move on.
$2 from Tommy. Will Bo be back for playoffs?
We hope.
So everything that I have heard about Byram is that he is absolutely trending in the right direction. It's all positive. They're giving him more and more to handle, and he's handling it, and he's doing okay, and he's doing better. Right now, trending in the right direction is as good as I can give you. Will he be back in time for the playoffs? Okay. I truly, genuinely, nobody knows. Bo doesn't know. So I don't know why we continue to get this question when it's like, we just can't give you an answer. Bo can't give you an answer. But it is moving in an optimistic direction, at an optimistic pace.
Well, and he's back around the rink. He's skating before pretty much every practice, morning skate. And then he was in attendance for the game the other night, which is not something that he had been doing. So yeah, positives.
So we're gonna
How
make a
does he
shirt.
react to the lights and the noise and
Yeah.
the crowd, and
What?
all the different stimuli that go along with playing in a game?
Yeah.
He needs to see how he reacts to all these things as a person before he starts trying to react to them as a player. And as long as that continues to move in a positive direction, we've got 14 days till the deadline. who knows how this goes, right? You could see him before the end of the season. We could see him on deadline day, just drop in on a regular jersey on the morning of morning skate against the Oilers. Who knows?
I'm going to make a shirt that just says Bo doesn't know. You guys like that shirt?
Bo don't know.
I like the other one. I like the other one you're working on better.
The DNVR catalog is getting creative when it comes to shirts at this point.
We're going to have to get like iron-ons to make all these shirts.
$5 from Nom Nom. Is it okay to shake a baby if you want them to see a Cale Hattie? JK, he's 8. I'm assuming that means your child is 8 and not that Cale Makar wears number 8. And I don't know much. I got a lot of bad takes, but never shake a baby. I got that one down.
Yeah. 60 seconds.
$10 from Brandon Watson. 60-second summary. Tired, ascend as 1. Wired, outscore your problems.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I guess. Is it
Me
out?
in my 20s.
$20 more from Nom Nom. Extremely generous. Thank you very much. Thanks again. Love the show. Much appreciated, my guy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
$5 from Blake. What is the scorekeeper's deal in New York? Apparently, the Avs had 0 high danger chances for it, 5-on-5 in the second. I don't buy it.
Bro, it sounds about right to me. I almost fell asleep.
They also have 2.
Stop using money puck, nerds. Start using natural stat trick. It's better.
Yeah, the Avs had 3 in the first, 2 in the second, and 7 in the third at 5v5.
There you
for
go.
high danger chances.
$5 from Tommy. I think Von Miller announced he was going to play right wing for the Avs on Twitter today or something like that.
Big Von Miller day. That was fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Well, it was the first, I don't know, 11 people I saw tweeted out. I was like, damn, that's dope. But then after a while, my Twitter feed was just screenshots of Von Miller's Instagram.
Can I just say, how crazy is it that we live in a world completely engulfed and dominated and swallowed whole like a snake by social media? And I still don't know how we haven't had a live, like an Instagram live of a player making a free agent decision.
Dude, so
I still don't get it because I don't even care what player it is. I'd tune into that. I'd watch all 3 hours of it. I'd watch it wait for phone calls from other teams. And they talk about the options. I would watch the shit out of every second of that, and I have no idea. Imagine trade deadline day. Instead of watching people like us bullshit about it for 7 hours, we could just watch a live feed of the Columbus Blue Jackets trying to get anything they can for any of the guys that they want to get rid of.
But
imagine how awesome that would be. Imagine
on.
what tremendous entertainment.
No. Hold, chat.
Are we not there yet?
Chat, don't a bunch of you just want to sit around and bullshit with us for 7 hours on trade deadline day, though? I feel like that's the appeal.
Well, because that stream doesn't exist yet. Of course that's what they're going to do is sit around and bullshit with us for 7 hours. I can't wait. I'm already looking forward to that day.
I love that day, by the way. It's so fun.
Bro, I used to literally ditch school to stay home and watch trade deadline day.
NHL Network.
Jesse, genuinely, I'm sorry that you have to go to morning skate that day.
I'm not.
Morning skate on deadline day is not as fun as you think it is. It's more stressful and more
I told you, man,
than anything.
I get to be one of the most powerful people in Avs land for like 2 hours. I can just say whatever I want and send thousands of people into spinning chaos. Wow. Yeah.
Someone just came up and whispered in Jarrett Bednar's ear.
Yeah. I don't see Tyson Jost 3 minutes later. Just kidding. There he is.
That's what I'm saying. Every time a guy has to take a bathroom break during practice.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys remember Johnny Gaudreau a couple years ago literally left practice 3 minutes early because he had to pee, and they were like, "Oh, we're done anyway. Go do it." And all of a sudden, it was like Johnny Gaudreau left practice. Comes out and like interviews and like does the media scrum and was like, I just had to pee.
$5 from Blake here. 2 things. Miko's still softer than Sharman. Also pretty minor, but what the F is that penalty on Landy in the third? 2 minutes for standing there. We talked about the Landy penalty already, kind of. Miko was not very good again tonight.
I thought he was going
That's what we said.
That was the question
What'd
we
he
had.
say?
Yeah.
Is he hurt? Is he playing
Oh, yeah.
right now?
I hate defaulting to this because it's purely speculative, and if he's healthy enough to play, he's not missing practices. He's not none of the warning signs are there, and we aren't in the locker room to see if he's doing the MacKinnon where he's blatantly hiding an injury right in front of us just by being clever. Like we have no idea, right? So it's just a natural thing to be like, so is he hurt?
Yep.
Because we haven't seen him play this poorly and go and not score points for a stretch like this in such a long time.
Yeah.
That we're just sort of accustomed to Mikko living life a little differently.
I started reading something there.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think he's hurt because Jared Bednar has said, given the position we're in the standings, people that guys that need nights off, we're going to give him the night off. So I would imagine if he was dealing something that he wouldn't be in the lineup or he wouldn't be practicing at least.
Yeah.
It's just
no
weird.
points in 4 games, although 18 shots on goal. So he's also been such a high-level scorer and so consistent in his career that it's like, wait, what? We haven't seen him score a goal in 8 games.
Right.
That might be the longest stretch in his career since his rookie season.
When he had 20.
He has
Yeah.
eyes on a lady. He's saving himself for the playoffs.
I actually do buy into that take a little bit, but
I
one
don't
more.
buy into the take that he's putting shots on goal and not scoring because he's trying to get laid by the playoffs.
Oh my God.
$5 from Nom Nom, $5 more. What does Frankie have to do to earn a Frank the Tank long sleeve? Well, he's got to go streaking, obviously.
Yeah.
Long sleeve.
Yeah.
All right.
Not give up 3 goals in the last 10 minutes of the third would probably be a good place to start.
The one that I really had a problem with was the 4th one.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's one you got to stop.
I fucking agree.
Me too.
How much stock are we putting into this comeback that the Avs let the Isles get? Any at all? Who cares? What?
I mean,
Totally, they're doomed.
Okay, calm down.
I mean, like it's one of those things where it's noteworthy, right? You don't love that they got out to the 5-1 lead and took their foot off the gas. Like you don't love that, but at the end of the day, you know, I've said it several times over the last couple weeks. It's a long season. These are long games. Things happen. Weird things happen. The Isles got some life, started running downhill a little bit there in the last 10 minutes. You get some fluky ones. Frankie starts doubting himself. The Avs start running around. It's just one of those things where, again, you're not worried about that happening in the playoffs. The Avs
even really running around all that much? I didn't really have a problem with how.
Well, and I don't even necessarily mean like, you know, but it's just you start feeling that pressure and you start feeling the Islanders pick it up a little bit and maybe you make an extra half second to make a play to avoid giving one up to him, and you just end up fluky stuff like that ends up happening.
Fair enough.
You get out to a 5-1 lead in a playoff game, you're gonna lock it down. You're not gonna fall into this lackadaisical. This team, we've been clowning them all night. Now we have our lead. Like no, you're just not gonna get into that stuff. You make note of it. I promise Bednar will have some stuff to say about it in video. But I mean, like Blais, you know, like this stuff it just happens. It just happens over the course of.
And I think it's a totally different conversation if it's just 2 goals that they kind of let up, right? You get up 5-1, you let 2 goals in. It's like fine, whatever.
It's 5-3. Who cares? Yeah.
Well, and the big moment was the PK where they get through the PK and like giving up the 1 goal with like 30 seconds left, where you're like, okay.
30 seconds indeed. 30 seconds away, wouldn't you know it?
Like JT Confer could have solved all these problems just by hitting a fucking empty net.
Dude, I know. Yep.
So
Feels like all of Colorado's early season success scoring into empty nets has totally gone away, and now Blais gets to feel like
Blais did okay anyway.
I went 2 for 3
on this one, so didn't hurt him too bad tonight.
That one was a bet I took after the first period when they were down by a goal. I was like, oh, I'll just take them at,
It's still minus somehow.
No, it was like, because I took goals
yeah,
on that, so it was like plus 230 or something.
Can't win a ball. Yeah.
Boy, did that one feel winnable.
Yeah, true. Probably
Shoulda
should have won
cashed it
that.
Dude,
out.
I know. I'm going to see that cash out button in my nightmares tonight.
But Avs don't have to see any nightmares tonight. They get the win. They get back in the win column. They get to go do it again against Jersey tomorrow night. It's a back-to-back, but they probably don't even move hotels.
Yeah.
So.
As far as back-to-backs with travel involved,
Yeah.
this is like this or Madison Square Garden is like the best.
As easy as it gets.
Yeah, best case.
So, we'll see. You can find us here tomorrow night, pregame, postgame, all of that good stuff. There'll be more trade target videos tomorrow too. So, be sure to go like and subscribe here on YouTube to follow us and get all the updates on when we do post videos. Avs won. Enjoy it. Go get your Dr. Dubsiness out tonight. And hopefully the Nuggets will also be seeing the doctor here shortly. So tune into that, and we will talk to you later.